What is going on, everybody? My name is Zombie King and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing part 3 of the All-Star Challenge. If you've seen the last two videos, you know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, let me explain. In World 1, there used to be a thing called Serpent's Way, but a lot of time has gone by since then, and now we don't have that. But they are still here in the game, they've just been moved to the Infinite/Trials section. So in here in these pods, you go in, you select trials, and these first three, level 25, 35, and 45, those are the three trials. The level 50, 60, and 70, those are the three different raids, and from 75, 90, and 100, those are the three challenges. We are going to be doing all three of those in today's video, and if we succeed in all of them, we will be going on further than that. I do not know what's after that, except for the About and the About 2, if you remember that, before the big update. But, yeah, in today's video, we're just going to be doing all those, and I have formulated new plans to succeed this time, and also thanks to a lot of updates and buffs, we have new units that we're going to be using. So last time, I'm pretty sure I used Meliodas, Cooler, Toru, Katakuri, Idol, and Speedwagon. And a few of those have changed. So now we're going to be using Umbra, who you get from Gauntlet in World 2. We're still going to be using Cooler. Now we're going to be using 6-star Venom. To get him, you need 5 5-star Venoms and 3 Venom tokens, which you get from Raid 2, or from a raid in World 2. We're still going to be using Katakuri for slow. We're still going to be using I for buff and money, and we're still going to be using Speedwagon for money. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump straight into it. I don't think in the last video I talked as much. I'm going to try and change that, but at the same time I don't want to provide unnecessary dialogue because I can get that it gets kind of annoying. So here we are. For a bit of an extra challenge, we're going to be doing actually, no, we're not going to be doing the challenge. Basically, if you've watched the last two videos, you'll know that I did all of the trials and raids on Extreme successfully. This time I'm not going to be doing it. I spawned the Cooler at the wrong side of the map. Oh well. If you've seen the last two videos, you know that I did Extreme on these trials and raids. But this time, I'm not gonna be doing that, mainly because there's no reason to. And we've seen from the past two videos that I've gone past them all without an issue. So, we're just gonna be playing. That's all I can say, really. Just, we're gonna keep playing. There's no reason, really, to have anything else other than a Cooler and a Venom. It's really all we're gonna need, is just these two guys right here. Cooler for heirs and clones, and then Venom for anyone who can sneak by. Are we gonna place more down? Absolutely. Because I love to overkill things. There we go. For those who either don't play All-Stars or do play All-Stars and don't have these characters, I'll explain what each of them do. So Umbra is she is a female Sid Kagano from Eminence and Shadow. You can all probably guess that that is an anime, because this whole tower defense game is anime stuff. But yeah, Umbra is female Sid. So she has two different abilities. You max her out and you get a full map nuke, which does I want to say 10 billion damage? I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, so don't quote me on it. But for now, I'm just going to say 10 billion damage when maxed out. But, she also has another nuke ability, which is not as good. Umbra has like 5 upgrades, I think, before you get that nuke ability. And that nuke ability isn't that good. It takes her base damage and applies it to everyone who is in the area. So, we just did 3 upgrades there, I think. 1, 2, yeah, we just did 3 upgrades, so... this next one's gonna be 70k, the next one's gonna be 90k, and then we got a 150k one. That 150k one will give you, her first nuke, as you can see, which is called Atomic. And like I said, it's not really all that powerful. But when you max her out, she's a beast. And you can really only max her in an infinite match. Because after you get this 150k, you're gonna need 5 million. But moving on from Umbra, we have Cooler, who, if you've seen the last 2 videos, you know what he does, but if you haven't, he is an air unit, and he summons clones with 22 million health. For stuff like World 2 raids, World 1 raids, and story, he is really good. But for anything else, he's not really that good, because there's people better. Right, that was easy enough, as it probably should be, since it's the first trial. When we get into the next map, I'll explain what Venom and Katakuri both do. Also, everyone, I'd like your opinion on something. You can leave your answer in the comments below. Do you like how I don't edit my videos? I try not to edit them because people may get skeptical that I cheat, but that's not why I don't edit. I don't really have a reason for why I don't edit, I just don't do it. But if you guys want me to start editing my videos because they are either too long for you to watch or you just don't like sitting there while I play in silence, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to start learning how to edit properly. But here we are in Trial 2. I don't remember how it starts, but I know that there's no elementals yet, so we're fine to place Cooler. Because I'm pretty sure Cooler has a higher range than Venom. And also, if air spawn in, we don't have to worry about that. Oh, wow, that's upsetting. We're not gonna lose here, but that's upsetting that I got past. But anyway, moving on. Venom. Venom 6-star. His status effect is that he applies to enemies is poison. It does 7 times damage over 21 seconds, which is really good. And he gets used a lot in raids and story. I don't really know anyone that uses him in Infinite though, so I'm not gonna say he's meta for that. But forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, so Venom has how many upgrades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 upgrades. I think it goes 2.5, 3.75, 5.25, and then it goes up to 13k, and then a 17k, and then a 25k. If you're doing story or a raid or something similar, that's the max upgrade you're going to be able to get with him. And he is good if you get that far, because as you see, his base damage is like 20k without the buff, but with buff it's 41.9. and then on his next upgrade it goes up to 107, my bad. And then it goes up to 139, and then 5.25. And then this is when his poison starts becoming really effective. As you can see, he gets an ability called Toxic Puddles. But once you get this, this is the 13k upgrade, and then you're gonna get the 17k upgrade, and he also becomes hybrid on this upgrade, which is nice. And then you get the 25k upgrade. And he is really powerful, to say the least. But next up, we have Pt.3. On placement, he is slow, but until you max him out, he won't be as good for things like raids and infinite. Because I'm pretty sure Pt.3 is the meta slow unit for infinite right now. But as you can see, his upgrades start from 1.5 to 2 to 3.5 to 4 to 4.5 to 10. So that's around like 35k to max him out, I'm pretty sure. Which isn't bad. Just upgrade Speedwagon up to like the 40k, 45k upgrade, and then you can probably max him out with just one wave of that. I'm sure you already know this from the last two videos, but if you don't, I'll explain it. I is a buff and a money unit. Maximum she does, people say it's 175 to 200% buff, but I just go based off what it says, even though I know it's not true. Because there is one better buff unit that I know of who is really only good for infinite because of how expensive he is. But, you know, I'll show you guys the unit, but I is just really good for story and raids. The other buff unit is called the Almighty. He's just really expensive, which is why I'm not using him. But that was Trial 2, now we go on to Trial 3. And then Speedwagon just gives you a lot of money. I forget how this one starts off, because I haven't done the trials and raids in a while. Something interesting that I have started, though, is that I've been playing All-Stars for a long time now, like 2 years, I want to say. Maybe a bit less, but somewhere around there. I've been playing for a long time, and recently I just made an alt account. And I have played on it a bit already. And I've done up to Trial 3, although I haven't gotten the orb yet, which is a bit upsetting. But if you guys want me to do a Noob to Pro speed run on my alt account and record it for you all, I'll be more than happy to do that. On my alt account, I'm pretty sure it's only level 70 at the time this is being recorded. Somewhere around there. I have 3 orbs on it. The B scaling, I think, cost reduction, and something else that I forget. I just got 2 Stardust units the other day, because I was playing on it for fun. And I got Broly, I think, and Magma Marine. I tried pulling for Cooler, didn't get him, and I also tried pulling for Tundra, and I didn't get him either, which is a bit upsetting. But it's whatever, you can't win them all. One, 2, 3, 4. I'll place one up here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, I placed 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one back here. There's no reason to place them, but I'm just placing them for the lulz of it. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Stardust Pulse. On my out, I have Broly 5-star, I think, and Magma Marine 5-star. Because I can't get into World 2 yet, unfortunately. But, they're not really who I was going for. As I said, I was going for Cooler and Tundra. So if I got those two, I could probably solo a few raids, like Spear Raid and Cygen Raid. But I didn't get them, and I'll just have to deal with it. What I do have on my alt account, though, I don't really have much. I have a, pink Mongo. These are what the units are called. I have a pink Mongo. I have a Green Huntress alternative, which you got from the presents from the Halloween update, earlier in 2023. I got Bulma 5-star. Oh, I didn't get Broly, I'm sorry. Whatever I said about Broly, just scratch that. I got, Griffith from Berserker. That's who I got. I'm not gonna lie, Griffith is good. His copyright name is Falcon, so if I say Falcon a few times, that's why. But, yeah, Griffith is good. He does slow, and something that he does do that other units don't, I'm pretty sure, is that he slows air units. That's what I think, and that's what I've heard anyway. I don't really use him much. I've used him maybe a total of like 5 times. Since a lot of time has passed, I'll show you all some other units that I got before we go into the first raid. So, I've got probably the best infinite unit in the game, 7-star Goku. You can only place one, and he is an air unit, but on placement in his first 2 upgrades, he gets really high damage and a 0.2 SPA. After that, though, you upgrade him a lot, and, I don't know how much he is exactly, but I know he has 3 upgrades. One's like 4.5 mil, another one's 5 million, and the last one is 10 million, I think. On the 5 million upgrade, you get an ability, or yeah, a special ability that lets you do more damage to every enemy on the map. And on his 10 million upgrade, you get a nuke. But what's interesting about his nuke is that he has to get kills to charge it up. I'm pretty sure there's another character who's like that, but I forget who it is. I think it's Ultra Goku and Super Vegeta final form. I'm not sure, though. Next up, we have the Path. Sorry, I don't know what his actual name is. But what the Path does is, he gets, like, 26 million damage, I think, when maxed out, and he becomes full AoE, but his SPA is really high. But, he summons minions, and if you've seen the anime he's from, you'll know what I'm talking about. He summons, like, little minions that attack for him, and one of them is a base healer. He gives your base, like, 400 million health or something like that, and the rest just do damage. Next up, we got Gojo, 7-star. He is the best time stop unit in the game that this is being recorded. And when you max him out, he gets his special ability, which is called Final Domain, I think. What that does is that stops every enemy on the map for like 10 to 20 seconds. Next up, we got Old Will. He's a burn unit, as you can see. I forget what his special ability is. Actually, maybe I do remember. I think that when you max him out, you can choose a cardinal direction, like north, east, south, and west, to enhance his stats and all that. I don't remember. I don't really use him. Next up, we have the Almighty. When max, he does, I think, 30 million damage, somewhere around there. But on his, like, third to last upgrade, his special ability is a buff. And I'm pretty sure he is the best buff unit in the game. I already said what Umbra does. Next up, we have Aizen. I don't know how expensive he is, but he has two special abilities. One is a cloning technique, which clones any enemy in his vicinity with half their health. So with raids, or in a raid like the raid for Guts and Griffith, it's called Berserk Raid, I think. And the two bosses that spawn in each have like 10 billion health. If you clone them, they'll have 5 billion health, which is really good. And his second special ability is a time stop. Or, sorry, time rewind. It's not that good, though, so. Next up is Ultra Goku and Super 2 Vegeta Final Form. I do not remember anything about him, except I'm pretty sure that this is the other guy who needs kills to charge up his nuke. Next up is Boo. He is a time stop on his like second or third upgrade, and then when you max him out, he gives your base health 5 billion health. So he's really good in Infinite, but you're not going to really use him for anything else. Maybe you'll use him for Gauntlet in World 2, because of his time stop. But like I said, Gojo is the best time stop in game right now. Next we have Guts 7-star. Basically what he does is his special effect Rupture, which you get on the second to last upgrade. It applies like really heavy bleeding to every unit in his area. And on the Rupture upgrade, he becomes full AoE. Alright, we'll just do these two and then move on with the challenge. Next we have Griffith. I kind of explained him a bit already, but he provides slow to any enemies in his area. Kind of like Katakuri does. But like I said, I'm pretty sure he hits airs. Next up we have Kirito in his final form. It doesn't say he has a special ability, but he does a thing called crit damage, which multiplies his base attack by like 3 times as much every like, and that applies every like 4 hits or something, unless that got changed. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's not as good anymore, because there's other units who have status effects like Guts with his Rupture, who does more damage. If you guys want another video explaining what a lot of characters do, including the rest of the 7 stars I have and some of the 6 stars, let me know in the comments and I'll gladly tell you. But for now, we're going to continue on and do the first raid. My computer sounds like it's about to explode. It's fine though. Something else they've added since I last recorded an All-Stars video is this thing called Auto Battle. Basically, if you want to buy it, it costs 20 gems and the game will automatically play for you. This really is not that good, and I don't recommend you use it unless you're playing with someone else. Basically, the name is self-explanatory. It just plays the game for you, practically. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget what, Challenge 3 is. So, while this goes on, I'm gonna look it up on my phone, which I have right next to me. When I figure out what challenge 3 is, I'll explain it to you guys. Oh. Well, I'm gonna get copyright. It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna just max out a cooler. Max out both since I have enough. To make this go by maybe a little bit quicker, I'm gonna place a Venom up here and max him out. Hopefully that makes it go by a little quicker, so you guys don't have to sit here being bored. Okay, well, I just quickly skimmed through a video on my phone of Raid 3, and it looks kind of the same thing as Raid 2. Or not Raid 2 and 3, Challenge 2 and 3. Basically all it is just elementals. If you don't know, elementals are enemies that can only be killed by status effects like bleed and poison. I'm probably wrong when I say this, but I think that maxed out Umbra is the best bleed unit in the game. Although some bleed units like Mikasa from Attack on Titan did get buffed recently. I haven't played with her yet, so I don't know how big of a buff she got. Pardon my English, I've been hesitating to speak, and I've been struggling with speaking regular English past few days. Anyway, that is Raid 1 complete. And any of these rewards I get, if you do this for yourself and you're past level 100, there's really no point in keeping the rewards you get from these. Anyways, that is Raid 1 complete. Let's go on to Raid 2, which is filled with air units. I do remember that. It is filled with air units. I forget who I used last time. I'm pretty sure... Was it just Cooler that I used? Or did I use Toru and get her to hybrid upgrade? I don't remember. What I do remember, though, is that we did that on Extreme. But this time we're just going to be doing it on normal. I'll show you guys what the autoplay does. I'll try not to intervene with the autoplay, but if it starts struggling, then I will start placing stuff down. The autoplay is not good. And what's even worse is the one mode it'd actually be useful in, Infinites, it's not available. Which is a real tease. Because it definitely should be available in Infinites. Come on, I got another kill. Thank you very much. I forgot I turned on the autoplay. Okay, placed another cooler down there. Oh, placed a speed wagon, that's fine. I'm gonna try and not intervene now. Like, look over here. It placed a Venom for no reason. This whole thing is practically airs, and it placed a Venom. Okay, I upgraded this cooler so we won't die from powerfuls. Alright, it's upgrading Speedwagon. I have not seen it place down I yet. Oh, there she is. There's I. It's an interesting spot for her, and usually I'd switch Speedwagons and I's placement. I'd place I here. But hey, I won't intervene with the auto battle. I'll just try and let it do its thing. Realistically, I shouldn't have to help now to beat this, but since we're on normal, but if I have to, that'll explain a lot. Place another cooler here at the front. Just upgraded a lot of coolers, I think. You know, just to be safe, I'm gonna max out one cooler. For those that don't know, last two times I failed this challenge, I instantly ended the video after saying, like, have a good day and stuff. I don't really want to fail again, especially this early when the units are a lot better. So I'd feel a lot safer if we just had one maxed out cooler. And if you couldn't tell by now, it is kind of nice that you are able to play even if you turn on the auto battle. Okay, it's upgrading the Venom for no reason. It's not going to even get to the hybrid ability, which is the 17k one. But I won't blame it because it's upgrading a lot of coolers. Much health? 61k? Yeah. Alright, so all these coolers up here, one shot. Look here, Umbra and 2 Venoms at the front as well. Not hybrid. And they can't even get hybrid now, because don't have enough. There's the big boss boy. The big boss boy is dead. The cooler clone was like, ah, that tickled. Anyways, that's raid 2 done. Next up is raid 3, which is the level 75. For those that don't know, the challenge modes have their own little challenge added onto it. So like for challenge 1, for example, you can only use units from Demon Slayer. If you've seen last video, and the video before that, I tried using Tengen and Nezuko. The first time, I'm pretty sure I failed because I couldn't do enough damage. And the second time I failed was because I placed Nezuko first and didn't remember that she only attacks enemies that are bleeding. But this time, I know that. And there's also better units than them both, I'm pretty sure. Tengen I'm actually probably still going to use. Unfortunately for me, I do not have Tanjiro 7-star from the Stardust banner, so I will not be using him. But if you have his 5, 6, or 7-star, you can use him. And I don't know about his 5 and 6-star, but on his 7-star, he gets a status effect called Sunburn. It's like Burn in a way, but I'm pretty sure it's a bit better. I don't know, I've never used a unit with Sunburn before. I've heard it's good though. And he also gives a 20% money bonus. which is the highest in the game. But other units like Meliodas and Umbra, who I have on right now, already get that. But if you don't have Tundra, then either one of them two would be a good second placement. How many is that? 7? Yeah, that's 7. My apologies for sitting here in silence, but I did say that I'm not going to try and provide useless commentary. I should name this video Money Soothing Sound Effects, because that's like the only thing you hear is just constant sound of gaining money. Gotta earn those tax-paying dollars somehow. I don't know why I'm just now thinking of this, but to beat Trials 1, 2, 3, and Raids 1 and 2, and I guess 3 as well, you don't really need anyone besides Cooler, because he covers air and ground, and if you guys clones, then you can just set the AoE to air. And if you don't know what I mean by that, if you click on a unit, like we'll do Umbra for example. Actually no, Umbra's not air. We'll go this Cooler here. Down here where it says priority in the yellow box, it says AoE and then it says first in brackets. If you click or tap on that, it will change it, as you saw there. It went from first to last to strongest to weakest to farthest to closest to find air. So if you max out a Cooler, then you can just set that max out Cooler to find air. Or you can keep it at first like I always do. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, that was Raid 3. All 3 trials and raids have been completed so easily. But now for Challenge 1. As I said a few minutes ago, you have to do it with Demon Slayer characters. So for now, we're going to get rid of Venom and we're going to get rid of Katakuri. And now, we will put on the better Demon Slayer units. Which first is 6-star Rengoku. He is a burn unit, and he is from Demon Slayer. So he's qualified to do this. Next up, you could choose Mitsuri. I don't know how good she is, though. Here's Tengen. I'm gonna use Tengen again. Okay. We'll just feed the units that I got to him. Make him better. I'm trying to find other units, but I don't know if I have any other Demon Slayer units. Okay, I do have X and Y banner Tundra. I do not think I have Zenitsu, because Zenitsu also has a 5-star. Also, in the storage and skins, Both of them do have a skin. You got Humble Swordsman Girl and Girl Zenitsu. Do I have Zenitsu? I do have Zenitsu. But yeah. That's really all I have to say about these two. Oh yeah, I forgot his copyright name is Sound of Sonic. I typed in 10 because I was thinking I'll just do Tengen, but I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 75. Alright, this time I have much better units, so we shouldn't lose this. Unfortunately, I cannot place down off spawn, but if we can last 2 waves, then we will be fine. And I do remember their path, I think, goes like this. And then, does it go down here or does it go around? Pretty sure it goes down here, though. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even pick a difficulty. It doesn't matter. Alright, hopefully I get enough for Rengoku, because Rengoku is better than Tengen, but if I don't, it's fine. Hopefully this Tengen back here is enough to solo these boys. I'm pretty sure I can only place one. Yeah, I can only place one Rengoku down. Does it even let you place other units? I do not remember this. Oh, you can place another unit. Yeah, but they get stunned like immediately and can't do anything. I don't know if this is appropriate to put in the video or not, but I found another video title. Money ASMR. If you like money, this would definitely be the thing for you. Oh, that's interesting. I never realized this. In Challenge 1, you have 16 waves instead of 15. I never knew that. Rengoku doesn't have a special ability. He just only has his burn and then his base damage. So there's no point in going over his upgrades. And if you want to see his upgrades, then you can just go back in the video and watch what they are. Or you could just look it up on the All-Star Wiki. Let's see if I can max out Tengen. Oh, for some reason I thought he'd be more expensive. Well, look at all those upgrades. So 2k, 5k, 7, 15k, 15 plus 9 is 24, so 24k, 34k, 54k, 76k, 106. So you need 106,000 to max out Tengen Uzui. Tengen Uzui is his full name. There's no reason to do this whatsoever, but let's max out a cooler. Oh my god, and it actually spawns in his clones. Never knew that. It's amazing. It's not like it's getting mad though. These boys up here are just gonna destroy everything before I can even get past start. And just like that, we are done. Oh, something else that they added, which I'll show you in the next challenge. They added a thing to where now you can control your place down units. So like, if I wanted to control Rengoku there, all I would have to do is click on him, and then I'm pretty sure that there's a like little joystick icon that I'd have to click on. But anyway, that's that done. We don't need those two anymore. So we will unequip them and take the orbs off them. And then we will put back on our Venom and our Katakuri. I also got some new orbs. So on Cooler I have the Water Orb, which you could only obtain from World 3, and unfortunately that is not in the game anymore. But basically all it is that you can only place it on units that have the water status effect. So, wait, does Tengen have the water effect? He does. So units that have water like this on their name, you can place it on. So units like Tengen, Ultra Goku and Super Vegeta 2. Who else was it? Vegeta Blue Evolved, you can do him as well. I'm sure you all get the point now. Another orb I have is the gold. It's people call it the Golden Prey Eye, but it's called the Super Blue Eye Orb. Basically, it just gives 40% more range. And on Venom, Venom has his own orb. It's called the Venomous Orb, and it gives him 500% more damage, which is really good. And I've never used Venom without his orb, so I don't know how good he is without it. But now, next up, we have challenge number 2, which introduces us to elementals. I do not know if there are elementals in World 1 story. I don't know if my Venom's going to be strong enough to kill them or not. I guess we'll find out. What I do have going for me, though, is that this is a long map. And here, I'll show you guys what I meant by you can control your units. So you click on your unit. You cannot do this in infinite mode, I don't think. I'm not sure. But once you click on your unit on the left here, there will be these 3 pillars, this joystick icon, and this effects button. I don't know what this effects button does, but if you click this icon, this controller icon, you get a cool little animation and you start controlling your units. And then in order to do damage, if you're playing on mobile, you have to tap your screen. If you're playing on Xbox, I'm pretty sure you have to hit RT, I want to say. And if you're playing on computer, you just have to left click or hit whatever your placement button is. For me, it's left click. Wow, that one guy got past. The movement while controlling your units is really annoying. You have to use elementals on this raid to start out with, but once you get enough, you are allowed to max out a cooler for his clones. I'm not able to see my damage. I don't know if you guys can see where my mouse is, but there is a timer keeping track of how long this is going on for, and it's also going to be the same length of the video. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's not letting me see my damage. I meant it when I said we're going to complete it this time. Oh, I'm starting to lag a bit. My computer may actually explode. I was gonna say something, but I forget. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure everyone watching already knows this, but I'll explain. The reason you can use max out Cooler on these elementals is because of his clones. His clones will hit any unit that is not an air unit. So, elemental units, decelerates, unnamed enemies, bosses, mini-bosses. And there's a new enemy. Well, I don't really want to say new, because it's been in the game for a while when I'm recording this, but there's an enemy called Armored. Basically what he does is that he doesn't take damage from anything but base attack and clones. So, like, an example, Venom does poison damage, but against an armored unit, he will only do his 697k damage. What's weird though is that Katakuri's slow will work on it, and the slow does count as a status effect. But hey, that's challenge 2 completed. For once, we might actually get through all 9 of the things. Alright. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, something I do remember about, I think it's this one. Something I might remember about Challenge 3 is that on the very last wave, your units might become stunned. And the only way you can win is with a cloner. I don't remember if that's true or not, but it's something I remember being told. I forget what this starts off with. I forget if it's elementals or airs. Elementals. Well, it's a good thing I didn't place down my, boy first. My boy Cooler. Oh, he got them. I remember a while ago, I remember watching a video of this. I remember it being that you can do this with just Tengen and 5-star Saber. I'm pretty sure 5-star Saber is a money unit, which is why. What a tease, he got by. It's fine. You know, we're actually gonna set cooler to find airs, because I'm pretty sure airs are spawning in. Or will start spawning in. Another one with 16 waves. I didn't see how long the challenge 2 was for. I'd say it felt like 15 waves, but not only am I probably wrong, everything feels like 15 waves except for an infinite. Right, there's my maxed out cooler, and I don't really have to worry about anything. Yeah, these guys don't even have 100k. Oh, never mind, they do. Well, some of them do, some of them don't. There's absolutely no reason to be doing this. But I like overkill on things, so that's why I'm doing it. Look at that. The boss didn't even get to spawn and he just died. Haha. And also, what I said about the units getting stunned at the end, I guess was wrong. Your units do not get stunned. Well, we completed all 3 trials, all 3 raids, and all 3 challenges. And the only ones I remember you get rewards from that are not characters are Challenge 1 and Raid 3. Because on Challenge 1, no matter what difficulty, you get the orb called the Fire Rage Orb, which gives you 100% more damage on whatever character you place it on. And in Raid 3 Extreme, you get the Universal Reduction Orb, which reduces total cost and upgrade cost by 15%. And that's really nice. Well, we did all 3 rage trials and challenges super easily. Let's go on to the things after it. I do not think I'll be able to complete any of them, because I remember before the update they were really difficult. I remember trying one with my friend, and we just could not do it. This looks like the Venom raid. I don't remember what you get from this. I do know it's 2 paths, though. That much is clear to me. We'll spawn from here and from here. By the way, anything that comes after this, I'll have no knowledge of. This is the Bout 1, which I remember doing once, and that's the only thing I have actual knowledge of. We're gonna lose already, dude. 17k. That's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna have to get a cooler fast. Like a maxed out cooler. I'm dead. Yeah, 19 waves. You definitely... Well, you probably don't need more than one person, but... If you're as bad as me, then you definitely need more than one person. Well, I'm not surprised that I failed. I do remember this being difficult. This is basically just 1.0 of the Venom raid. Or 2.0, I don't know which one came out first. Well, that's gonna do it for the video. I do have some other videos that I may end up doing. Like, an example is the world's best infinite team. I think the best infinite team is Umbra, Katakuri, Gojo, the Almighty, Goku, and Speedwagon. Goku and Umbra mainly for damage, and Umbra for her nuke. Katakuri for slow, Gojo for time stop, Almighty for buff. And if you're lucky enough, then Goku's nuke will actually do something. I use that team a lot, actually, and I usually make it to wave 110 by myself. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Have a good day.